procure, in addition to the 7,587 that we started with within the hospital system. We're starting to get those new ventilators that we've been speaking of. I included, by the way, yesterday, 170 that came from the federal government down to LA County in that total number. We've got more protective gear that we're getting out and can't get out soon enough. And I talked about that 100 million just in the N95 masks that we've already identified and locked down that is making its way into the state of California. So we hope we can meet this moment. I'm sober about it. I'm deeply proud of our planning efforts. And I say this not as a point of critique, not as a point not to make any other point. We're going to own this moment. I'm not interested in pointing fingers, advocating responsibility. We're going to own this moment. We need help wherever we can find it, but we're a nation state, and we are resourceful beyond words, and we're going to meet this moment. And so I say that to answer your concern of your question. The subtext of it is if we see things doubling every few days like they have in New York, I feel like we're getting these assets in place so that we can release time as we procure all of these other resources in real.
Hi, Governor. I'm curious about the waiving of the mortgage fee. What are will there be any income requirements or other types of requirements to apply for this? I mean, you said earlier for people impacted by the virus, but the virus has really impacted everybody.
Yeah, no, there's no income provisions that are part of the announcement we made today. So the answer to the question is no, but it is COVID related and some form of documentation. We want to ease the document side of this. And I can assure you, one of the great critiques post 2008 was the laborious processing back and forth of documentation. And we've been working with the big 5 banks that are doing the right thing, and all of our state and chartered banks to reduce the paperwork and significantly ease this process. I want to say, though, in order to ease the process, let me encourage you as a consumer, I may be hearing this or reading about it, if every single person with a residential mortgage makes a phone call at the same time to their bank, those call centers will collapse. So I hope folks take a little bit of time, pause, get their documents in order, put everything together so that when they do make those calls, someone A will answer that, and B, that they'll answer that in a way where you can get the response you want without having to spend 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes on hold or in a conversation. So I know the bank CEOs were quite candid with me about concern around surge, and I expressed deep appreciation about that just with our unemployment insurance call volume, which has been overwhelming, and I hope consumers will consider that as well.
Michelson, thank you so much for taking our call. There's been a bit of a controversy in LA County, California's largest county, over the issue of gun stores. The sheriff here says he believes that they're non-essential and would like to shut them down, but he says that there's been some confusion over your guidance on this issue. Do you believe that gun stores themselves are essential businesses that should remain open during this time?
Well, I may be the last person to ask this question. We passed a statewide initiative, become the first state in America to do background checks, not just on guns, but ammunition purchases. I believe people's right to bear arms, and I believe that people are exercising that right, but I'll defer to the sheriff in this instance, and I'll refer to sheriffs in their respective jurisdiction for that clarification.
Hi, Governor. Thanks for taking my question. The federal relief package has a lot of tax changes for individuals and businesses involving items like 401k distributions, charitable contributions, student loan payments, net operating losses, and even a tax waiver for making hand sanitizer. And I'm wondering if you will push for California to conform to those changes, and that would mean getting the lawmakers.
Yeah, the answer is we will see. We are quite literally real-time processing the details and nuances and translating into the state budget what this federal support looks like at a granular level. We'll see where the gaps are. I've expressed concerns that even with the substantial increase in unemployment insurance benefits, it's still not going to be good enough for millions of Californians. I've expressed concern about the small business supports and the like. So we will process that. We will make an assessment and determination. I should just note, while we are a nation state that was running surpluses up until a few weeks ago, and record reserves and bond ratings that had increased on multiple occasions because of the fiscal prudence and the economic vibrancy of the state, the economic impacts to the budget were self-evident yesterday when I announced basically a baseline budget into the new year that will impact the budget proposals that we advanced in our January numbers. And so it gives you an indication that we will have to look through this very thoughtfully and process each and every example. But committing to conformity across the board is not something at the moment any governor, humbly I submit, should do, and I certainly won't until we get those steps.
Hi, Governor. I just wanted to, I know last time you said you would have hospitalization or recovery rates as it relates to California's numbers, and just seeing if you had those today.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get them this afternoon. Dr. Galley can talk a little bit more about that. Forgive us starting a little earlier than we anticipated this year. Doctor?
So, thank you, Governor. We continue to work with our hospital partners and health delivery partners to clarify our data. We know we're tracking some of the hospitalizations for COVID-19 patients and those in the ICUs. We want to give the public a complete picture across California, not just in those hotspot areas that we've been tracking, and we expect to have those through our many partnerships over the course of the next couple of days, so the governor can keep the public abreast of the situation in our facilities.
So we were hoping to have those numbers this morning, but we'll get those as quickly as we can. Again, in the spirit, I have estimates. I don't like the estimates. We're going to get clarification on some of these numbers and get the specifics. And until I have that, we're going to hold the current ones back.
Hi, Governor. Could you please clarify why the reported number of tests seems to have tripled from yesterday? What is the...
Well, this is exactly what I told you would happen over the course of the last number of days. We have been getting all of the new testing information back from some of the largest providers of tests in the state of California. I was very specific a moment ago. You heard me discuss specific number, 12,000 tests that came from Kaiser, both in Northern and Southern California. That is one example. Kaiser just came on board. A number of other providers just came on board. And the collection protocols, when a new provider comes up, we've got to engage them, and we've got to give them the guidance on exactly what we want. A lot of new providers, small labs, only submit positive tests, not just negative tests. And a lot of folks are sitting on paperwork. So there's quite literally dozens and dozens now of these providers all throughout the nation state of California. And so those protocols are being advanced each time someone comes online. We're making sure that they're in line with our collection data. So over the course of last week, we've been scrubbing all of those and getting down into some of the smallest collection labs in order to make sure that everybody is on the same page. I should note those numbers will continue to lag as in real time these are coming online with new testing technology and the like. But the spike was exactly what we anticipated. It was 39,200 more than yesterday's numbers, and it's about in line with what we expected, but it is not good enough. We want to see more tests in the state of California, smarter, more targeted testing, more community surveillance. It is critical that we do that, and we are being very bold in some of our discussions around procurement technologies, and we are committed to making some very significant advancements, not just waiting for federal supports in this space, and take more aggressive action as new technologies are presenting themselves in real time from around the world, and we are currently vetting them to consider the procurement of those technologies.
learning, but has there been any guidance from the administration on uniform K through 12 instruction, or have your advisors for these districts, or